Hi, hey, hello there. Let me just check my stream here. Make sure you can hear me.
Have you got everything?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you why I'm doing that in a second. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. See if I hear. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I put it here because I can pause it and there's absolute silence. When I'm on the menu, there's just rats all over the place. So I can pause it and just have silence except for my lovely PlayStation fans. Okay, so I am Dan, First Person Looter, and I've completed A Plague Tale Innocence, and this will be a video where I just give my final thoughts. I'm not going to play anything. So, the good. The good about it is the graphics, whether it's the quality of textures, movements, the way hair, interacts. That is amazing. The sound is probably my #1 favorite thing about it. The sound design of the atmosphere, the music was exceptional. I thought the voice acting was very good all through and through. All the performances were fantastic. And I thought the story was fantastic. Even if it got a little confusing near the end, which is typical for me when things start layering up. I start having a hard time keeping everything straight, but it's a small enough game that I basically got it. But even a small game, I can turn into an idiot when I'm playing a game because I get distracted by gameplay elements and beating levels, and so I'm not always focused on a story the way I am watching a film or a television show. So basically, all of that is awesome. There's only one real thing that drove me nuts, and that was the combat. The aiming system was atrocious. It was so difficult to aim for anyone. Sometimes auto aim seemed to really help almost too much, and then it felt like the game was just doing it for me, and I didn't really have a chance to figure it out. But sometimes that was fine by me because it felt like I couldn't aim, like it was fighting me. I've said it in all these other videos, but I'll just say it in this one because this is my final thoughts where I'm going to put everything together. If this is the my reticle and I'm the enemy and it's over here and I try to move it over here to get a headshot, it goes slow and then all of a sudden goes fast and then slow again. Slow, fast, slow. So just as I'm almost aimed at them, all of a sudden it's like a rubber band snapping and it goes flying. And once it does that, I quickly grab, just because it's just a default reaction, once it shoots this way, I immediately push the controller the far other way to try to fight it. And then it just goes back the other way. So it's just so hard to aim. But then sometimes I wasn't really on them, I just kind of moved it in the general region and the thing, zoom, it shoots right up to where I need to be and locks on. So I don't know. And then at the end there were just so many enemies all at once, and I just don't have time to throw it. And these people are running at me so fast, and there's no set difficulty settings. There's no. I tried early in the game. I tried it with auto assist low rather than normal or whatever the hell it is. I guess we're on it. We can look here. What are the? There's no off really, or no. I guess there is an off and normal. What is it? Normal and low. That's what it was. So I had it on low. I didn't like either of them. I should try in French. That would be cool to replay in French, and subtitles can be in English. That would be kind of cool to do. So yeah, just the gameplay, the combat was atrocious. Sneaking around was fine. I'm glad that a lot of it was mostly just sneaking around and putting sneaking around humans and then putting fires out and moving rats this way and that. I'm glad that's mostly what it was, because the slingshot was a damn nightmare. The slingshot was my least favorite part of the game. And the upgrades were weird. It's like I would get to all of these benches. I found so many benches along the way, and so many times I didn't have a tool to use, or I didn't have enough resources to build anything, and I'm surprised I missed so much. And then there was that, like, some of those puzzles where there was that cart that was way over there, but I couldn't figure out how to get to it and also have enough resources to do what I needed to do. Like, there was the cart, and then I had to follow the kid who was pushing the fire cart, and I had to shoot these, rat tornadoes, but they needed way more of these fireballs than I had, and if I used any of these fireballs to try to get through the rats to go to the cart with the bonus stuff, I wouldn't have enough fireballs to shoot the rats, I don't think. I don't know if I had to have a better use of my inventory. I needed to upgrade different things or not upgrade things as much and just save some of those resources so I could put them towards fireballs later. I don't know. It's definitely something to try for a second playthrough, I guess. I don't know. But I thought the length of the game was fine. It actually felt a little longer than I thought it was going to be, but it never felt too long. What felt too long was in enemy combat situations that I couldn't get past. And it was a freaking nightmare. And then every time I died, it would set me back way too far back. I thought it was way too far back. I wish I had a manual save. But in terms of like the length of the game, in terms of its story and how many chapters there are and all the different maps that you can explore, I think that's a nice number. It's not an overwhelmingly massive world. Like, I still haven't even finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I haven't found all of the cult members. I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that. I'd like to finish it, but the map is huge, but it's not overwhelmingly huge. But just the amount of stuff you have to do in the game is massive. This game felt nice. Even if it's basically a crooked linear game, as I like to say, because you go from point A to point B in this game, and there's not really an open world, but it's not straight either. So it's not a straight line; it's a crooked. It's not literally linear; it's crookedly linear. I thought that ending boss was super cool looking, but man, if I could, he's shooting these rats way up there, but there's subtitles way down here. I can't hear in my headphones anyway what the kid's saying. There's too much. The music is playing, beautiful music. I don't want it to, I don't want anything. I don't want that music to go away. The rat sounds are awesome. I loved all of that, but listening mode headphones, so I have it set to what I need to hear. Maybe I should have switched it to something else. I would have been, I could have adjusted some of this, I guess. Could have brought all the rest down, the music and the sound effects, and left the dialogue up, maybe, but I should be able to hear it fine. With everything set to 100, the game sound mixers should have made it so I could hear what my brother was saying better during that mode, during that final boss. But like, if I was to give it like a 0 to 100, I would give it like 90, 95. There's the stuff that was good was really, really good, and as terrible as the freaking Slingshot was, at least I didn't have to use it too much. And when I did have to use it, some of it was putting out lights and stuff, and it seemed to be fine, even though I would hold this trigger to aim and press this trigger to shoot it, but it wouldn't actually shoot. And then I would release both of them, and she would just put her slingshot away. And so I don't know, maybe that's my controller. So yeah, I'm just glad that I didn't have to do as much with that damn slingshot. But at the end there was just so many enemies coming so fast. Oh, that was brutal. But at least it was the last level. It was the last level, the last battle. So yeah, I would give this like a 90, 95. I thought it was a great game. I'm excited to see if they come out with a second game. Because again, it says A Plague Tale in one color, and then Innocence is in another color, as if it's like the subtitle of the game. And there'll be A Plague Tale Teenager or something. Plague Tale Adulthood. I don't know. Especially if they were inspired in large part by Last of Us. Maybe they want to do a part 2 the way Last of Us did a Last of Us part 2. But yep, good game. I would strongly consider a second playthrough to see if I can do anything different. You know, not get killed as much. Maybe find more loot. Maybe find a better path that gets me there faster. Maybe just more fun to do. See if I can do it in a way that each... what you might call it? Each workbench that I get to, I would have stuff to use. So anyway, yeah, 90, 95 out of 100, I would give it. It's definitely worth replaying. And because you now know how the story goes and what was going on, you can replay it with the story in mind and maybe see there might be things that you don't realize that you'll notice in your second playthrough, like, oh, there's a clue to that, there's a clue to that. And then also, yeah, just finding different ways to stealth. Maybe there's people doing speed runs of it. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch IGN's review and all of them to see what they have to say about it. I'm curious. And that's about it. So those are my final thoughts. Thank you for listening, if you even cared to listen. I'm Dan, First Person Looter, and I have completed A Plague Tale: Innocence. See you in whatever series game I do next. Take care. Bye-bye.